In this first look video from InfluenceWP, we are checking out a WordPress plugin called Affiliate X. What this plugin is going to allow you to do is create an Amazon affiliate site, but not just that. If you're just looking to build a regular website that has nothing to do with Amazon affiliates, you can do that as well. Before we poke around the website here a bit and then look at the actual solution together, just a quick bit of housekeeping. First look videos cover products and services that we have no prior experience with. They show vendors how new users experience their website, product, and services for the very first time. These videos are unedited, high-level introductions. They're not paid for, they're not sponsored, and they contain no affiliate links. If you would like videos like this or other types of videos created for your business, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free lifetime partner membership. And we thank Affiliate X for being a partner. If you go over to our site, find the deals area, do a search for Affiliate X, and grab that exclusive deal if you like what you see in this video. Okay, so let's poke around the website here. The website is affiliateblocks.com, so pretty easy to find. Let me take that back. I take that back. Affiliatexblocks.com. Okay. All right, let's go dive down into the footer unless something catches my eye. Okay, we see down here that, well, actually, it looks like we need to go back up into the header area to find what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for an about page, which I'm not seeing. So a bit of a recommendation there is for the Affiliate X team is to have an about page, put faces with names, a bit about the company. It helps establish trust with your potential customers. Okay, let's look at the documentation. From the outset, it looks like we've got good documentation. Let's just try this one right here. How to use Amazon API with Elementor. Okay, so we've got screenshots with annotations. So this looks to be solid documentation. And we also see a search feature here. Let's see if that works. I'll just do a search for, since we're talking about Elementor previously, let's do a search for them. And there we go. Okay, so search is good. Docs are good. The other thing I'm not seeing here, let's go back to the footer, make sure I did not miss it. Got to have a change log. Oh, they have an affiliate program if that's something that you're interested in. Got to have a change log complete with dates of the release numbers, all that sort of thing. Yeah, that's the other thing that's missing here. Okay, just a bit of feedback. Okay, so again, high level introduction. We're not going to get into the weeds. We're not going to get into the Amazon portion of this because you need to sign up as an Amazon associate. Then you need to apply for an API through that program. And we're not going to do that in this video. We're just going to look at how we might build with it. And then you can see once you start building with it, like where you would hook in your Amazon affiliate type stuff into that stuff, into these blocks and whatnot. Okay, let's run through the features actually really quick. So there's the Amazon API integration, so you can help, you can make money by helping sell Amazon products. Let's go to the block demos. I think that shows us the features. Okay, yeah, so you've got all of these blocks, single product, button, pros and cons, call to action, and so on and so forth. We've got some pro blocks, top product tabs, coupon grid, ratings box. So all of these different blocks that you can use. Let's go back to the home page and see if we see anything else. Yeah, so core features of Affiliate X. Easily get data from Amazon API. So you can daily updates, you can fetch images, do auto linking, that sort of stuff. There's pre-built layouts, so one-click imports, built for affiliates, fully customizable. Customize every block your way, so no code, easy layout, editing, live preview, theme agnostic, so they don't care what theme you're using. Built-in style options, revisions, Elementor support. I'm not sure what zero API is. Add affiliate products instantly, no API keys needed. Just enable zero API and go. Let's actually check that out before we get going. Here we've got feature so Gutenberg blocks, so we're dealing with the block editor. Okay, no coding. Yep. Each block includes tons of customization controls. We're going to look at that. Okay, and then we already went over all of the blocks. All right, let's check out this zero API. What is Affiliate X zero API integration? This allows Amazon affiliates who don't have access to the Amazon's product advertising API yet. Okay, so I looked at that briefly and I decided not to go through with that. To direct, so if like you opt out of it like I did, like I backed out, it looks like we can still directly retrieve product details, title descriptions, pricing, so on and so forth from Amazon, add that to the website without the need for the Amazon API credentials and requirements such as, okay, this feature is ideal for new affiliate marketers who haven't yet qualified for Amazon API access, as well as experienced marketers. Okay, cool. So maybe we can look at this piece. I'm going to move this over to my other screen just in case we need it, but let's go ahead and look at the solution. I have the plugin, the pro version installed and activated. I don't know if we need a light version to go along with it, but we will find out. Okay, we need a license key. So I'm going to license this up. Sorry, I did the wrong way around here. Yeah, let me get this over my other screen, license this up real quick. All right, cool. So this is what we see after I applied the licensing, and we are good to go. So here we are on the home screen. We've got a documentation link. Oh, so they do have feature requests. Okay. Looks like maybe that's an email or something to request a feature. And then we've got a nice support link there. Let's go to Amazon settings. Here's that API stuff. Again, I backed out of going through the whole process of trying to get an API key and all that. But we just talked about the zero API. So temporary solution while working towards Amazon API eligibility. Let's turn that on. So zero API usage is on, and then we've got a monthly allotment of 3,000 requests. Zero API notice. This is a temporary solution and not recommended for long-term use. You can use zero API while working towards the eligibility. Okay, so yeah, so that's a good point. To complete, the reason I backed out of the eligibility is because I wouldn't be able to do it. You have to have 3 sales as an Amazon associate before you can qualify, and I'm just not going to go through with that. Not because I don't believe in it. It's just it would just take so much time. I'm just not going to do it for a video. Okay. All right. So Amazon configuration, country, United States, cool. Tracking ID. We'll skip all of this. We'll skip this part for now. Let's just see if the idea that I thought we would do with this is just show what it looks like to insert the blocks, and then you just kind of know like, hey, this is where you can we can talk about the zero API, how that plugs in. So I'm not going to put the tracking ID in there. I don't think, at least not for now. Language preference, sync frequency. You've got a bunch of options there. We'll go with the defaults of 1 week. Save our changes. All right. Oh, tracking ID is required. Okay. Bear with me one moment. Let me log in on my other screen to Amazon and see if I can grab this. Do they give us a link? I need a link. Maybe I'll just Google this. Here, let's try this. New Amazon associates. All right, let me see if let me Google this really quick on my other screen. So Amazon associates. Let me sign in. I should be able to get my information pretty quick here, because I did go that far. It was to sign up as an affiliate. All right, bear with me 1 second. All right, so we needed 2-step authentication. So I'm just punching that in. I don't mind recording this. This is how I do the videos, because this is the things that people are going to need to go through. So there's no need to edit videos and sugarcoat what comes out. This is stuff you're going to have to do. So, all right, so I'm logged in, and what do I need? I need my tracking ID. How do I get my tracking ID? Here, I have no problem showing you guys this. So let's go here, home. Let's go to account settings, maybe. So I think maybe, here we go, manager tracking IDs. Actually, let me not show that just in case. Okay. Yeah, it's not like top secret, but let me go ahead and put the tracking ID in. Okay. Tracking ID is in, and then we are now over on the customization tab. So you can set typography, buttons. You can adjust the button colors to match your branding. We can adjust the editor width, sidebar width. Do we want to turn on the template library? Assets, we can disable font awesome if we want to. We'll just roll with the defaults. Let's go to blocks. And they are all enabled by default. I always recommend that people disable all. When you look at plugins like this that offer a bunch of like elements, for example, for lack of a better word, and they often enable them all by default. I'm of the mind to disable all of them until you need to use one, because there's got to be code loading somewhere when you toggle all of those on. Plus, when you go to load a page or whatever that's calling all of these blocks, there's code somewhere has to be calling something to display those on every page that you're editing, and so on and so forth. Okay. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to keep them all enabled though, so we have access to all of them. Okay. That is that. And the only, like, I'm just going by what I would do here. If it was me, I think I read the documentation, and it's basically like create your pages and your posts and whatever else with, using these blocks. So let's go create a page. We'll just call this affiliate X, and we're in the block editor, right? So we should be able to either click on this plus symbol here to insert a block, or we do a slash and call up a block, or we can go up here in the top left and click this plus symbol and get into our blocks. And here we see right at the top, these are the affiliate X blocks. So we're not going to get too in depth here, because once you've seen one block, you pretty much get the idea. But maybe we add a product. So here, let's see. Affiliate buttons, call to action, a notice. Here we go. Single product. Let's drop that on the page. Here we can specify an image. Here you can grab it. I think you can grab this from Amazon. Yeah. If you're hooked up to Amazon, then you can call that there. And I should be able to now, because I'm using that Zero API, and I have my tracking ID for my Amazon associate account in there. So this should work, right? But I don't have any products or anything that I'm trying to sell as part of being an affiliate. So there's nothing there. So we're going to click this here. There we go. Okay. So then we can select our image. Okay. So we've got our image selected there. And then we can put in our title, and then our description. And then we've got our buy now button. And then over here on the right-hand side, we've got our links. So where does this link? There we go. Click in there, and then now we can add our link to wherever it is that we want to link to. Just if you're used to the WordPress block editor, this is going to be like second nature to you. If you need to add more information, we can click this little plus box right here. That's kind of like, it looks like a duplicate actually. All right, let's back out of that. So WordPress is not letting us undo that. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the product. That's a product, right? Over here on the right-hand side, we've got all sorts of options. There's also a template library. So let's click on that. Let's go to single product over here on the left. Maybe we drop this one in just by clicking on it. Click the plus symbol here. There we go. And then make your adjustments. So I don't know if this is a WordPress thing or if this is Affiliate X, but Affiliate X, if you're watching this, we see how we can't undo these options. The undo doesn't work. I'm trying the keyboard and I'm trying the back arrow and it won't work. So we can try this a different way. I don't know if maybe it's my keyboard. Yeah, I can't undo anything. There we go. Okay. Let's test out and see if this is a WordPress thing or an Affiliate X thing. Let's just do a button. Let's type some text in here and let's click undo. Yeah, see, that works. So I think it's Affiliate X. For watching this, I think it's something with your plugin here. So let's add that product. We can't undo. Okay. I'll let you guys tinker with that. So over here again on the right-hand side, you saw how extensive this library is. So that is really awesome. We can adjust some layout settings, ribbon settings. So we can drop a ribbon there that appears like if it's for sale. And then you've got all kinds of options there. General settings, alignment, button, border radius, dividers, title settings. Man, there's a lot in here. So I'm going to stop clicking into all of these. So you can adjust general settings, title settings, subtitle settings, rating settings. Maybe we put a rating on this. There we go. Pricing settings. Let's put a pricing on that one. I lied. We are messing with these. All kinds of pricing options you see there. It looks like you can also grab these directly from Amazon, depending on the product. Content settings, colors, typography, spacing, advanced. Super, super cool stuff. We saw this connect button right here. Let's go ahead and click that. Yeah, again, we don't have the products, so we can't connect to them and pull them down automatically. And then you've got all these other blocks over here. Like maybe we want to put a notice at the top of the page. There we go, like so. Here we can probably get into the template library and do some notice. Here we go. So we've got some notice options here. But you can come in here and change this. Get the sale now. And then enter item here. Whatever you want to type in there. And then over here on the right-hand side, we've got our options again, the different layouts. So maybe we want to go from layout 1 to layout 2, layout 3. Get in and check, mess with all of the branding. Maybe we want to add some icons, change the colors. So let's change the title color to like this reddish color. So we see that changing there. Okay. Maybe we do a background color of blue just for fun. There we go. But here we see all kinds of blocks here. Calls to action, product comparison. So if you've got 2 products, for example, or more, and you want to compare them side by side, you can do that. Just trying to get rid of some blocks here so we can start fresh. Let's try to drop in this product comparison block. There we go. Either call your 2 products from Amazon or manually build them out and choose then like how they compare. I think there's also a product table, which kind of goes along with this. If you want to display like a product table, same thing, connect to Amazon or just manually build these out, put in your product features, feature 1, that sort of thing, add another row, feature 2, and so on and so forth. Pretty self-explanatory. They've got a pros and cons block, a single product block, which we're already working with, specifications, the verdict. So it's looks like pros and cons also. Yeah. Let's just click on some of these and see what they look like. So this is the versus. So left side is one versus the other. Coupon grid, pretty self-explanatory. You can drop a special coupon code in here. Okay, let's go coupon listing. There we go. So a little bit different layout. Product image button. And again, one more reminder: we have for every block we have the template library. So all of these things are in here as well. So you don't have to start from scratch with a lot of these. So we've got some really good starting points. Okay, what else? Coupon listing we did. There's the product image button. Here's the tabs. So that is really nice. You want to put different information into these tabs just to show more content in a little amount of space, less amount of space. Here we have a single coupon. Here we have the pros and cons for like a single product pros and cons. Here we have top products. So if you want to list on a page like your top sellers, for example, affiliate X versus, okay. So a lot of side-by-side comparison blocks. And then lastly, we have this rating box. So that's really cool. And then because you're in the WordPress block editor, at this point, you have all of the block editor blocks, and you have patterns also that you can at your disposal, right? Depending on what theme you're using, what patterns you have going on your site, you can pull those in as well. You're not just limited to what Affiliate X offers you here. Okay, let's just go ahead and publish this page, and then I'll get you guys out of here. We're just going to see what this looks like. There we go. So this is the front end. We only had that one tab set up, so we can't go through the different tabs. Yeah, very, very cool. Very fast, very, very easy to use. Because it uses the block editor. I mean, if you haven't used the block editor, just give it a chance. It's not perfect. No software is perfect. But I think once you start working with it and you give it a chance, you'll see how fast it is to work with it. And you come to enjoy it for the most part. But yeah, all right. That is Affiliate X. I think you get the idea. Regardless of whether you want to be an Amazon affiliate or just you want to build a site. You see here, we're not using WooCommerce. That's just as an example. We're not using any e-commerce platform here. So you kind of have your choice of what you want to use and tie into this if you're not going to go with the Amazon side of things. Okay. Maybe you tie this into a membership side or a subscription side or whatever, and then you can decide on the e-commerce platform of your choice, whether it's WooCommerce, Fluent Cart, or any of the other options out there. You can do for that. But yeah, so very flexible, very fast, as you can see, very clean. Pretty happy with it. So if you are too, go over to InfluenceWP.com, go to the deals, do a search for Affiliate X, and grab the exclusive deal. And thank you for watching.